Hi Pisces, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. I'm going to pull you an additional guidance card before I shuffle the rest of the deck. So you got the Milk and Honey card, very nice. Milk and Honey card is about the nectar of life, and the nectar of life generally is about love, basically, isn't it? But can be other things, can be about financial success in our creative projects, but it's really about the juiciness of life, the nectar, the sweet spot. So I'll look at the other 6 cards to see what the Milk and Honey is coming from, and I'll pull additional guidance cards if we need to. Boy, the cards are very slippy, Pisces. So behind you is a 10 of Wands. So listen, what I wanted to say, 5 of Pentacles as the gift. That's an interesting gift. Challenge is the King of Swords. Wheel of Fortune is how other people are showing up for you. So it looks like there might be the Milk and Honey might be coming through the relationship sector, or the Ace of Cups as a central issue. And the Lover's card is the outcome. So I think I can see the Milk and Honey here, especially the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is that what I call fierce love, very sort of blessed energy, and it's a central issue. The funny thing is, it's right underneath the 5 of Pentacles. So the 5 of Pentacles, its traditional meaning has always been about financial difficulties. So it might be for some of you it's been resolved. But because of the other cards and that Ace of Cups underneath it, I think this is about there's healing happening. Maybe you've been separated from someone. Sometimes separation doesn't have to be about distance. It can be about walls being up. Because if you look at the 5 of Pentacles here, there's actually 3 figures in this card. And there's a child who's protecting the woman's heart, okay, which means there's an emotional withholding going on between you and someone else, okay? So that is the gift. And with the Ace of Cups underneath it, it's actually clear to say that there's some emotional issue that's been healed here. Venus is in Pisces, Mercury's in Pisces. We've got so much energy in Pisces, and the energy of Pisces in its ultimate is about healing the wound of separation, and that's exactly what's going on here. Now, I think this is definitely coming through your relationships, because the Wheel of Fortune is how other people are showing up for you. So there looks like there's some huge turning of the wheel that's going to heal some sort of rift between you and another person, you and the divine, and it might even be about you and your financial prosperity. It's going to play out different for everyone, but there's definitely some huge emotional gap being healed here. What lies behind you is the 10 of Wands. So the 10 of Wands is clearly a card about feeling very oppressed. This might be you, or it might be other people in your life, because other people show up for us in our readings because they're also bringing the energy into our lives. So the 10 of Wands is a card clearly of being oppressed. The oppression could be anything. It could be definitely about being in jobs you don't like, but quite often the oppression can be psychological. So too much guilt, not, carrying a psychological load. It's going to play out differently for everyone. But the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles definitely shows up when either us or someone else is having some financial difficulties. but it also shows up when there's relationship division. But look at the cards that are coming through for you. So I think it's really, really clear to say that those issues have been resolved. Now the challenge is the King of Swords. So the King of Swords might be an air sign person, okay? I'm going to clarify him because the King of Swords has 360-degree vision, okay, because he's got a crown on. He's a master, but it's a challenge, which means there might be a bit of a blind spot between you and someone else. And it's probably that blind spot between head and heart that sort of caused the separation to begin with. Why is the King of Swords a challenge, okay? For some of you, there might be a little bit of separation from this King of Swords, by the way, or it's a classic head and heart going in separate directions. Why is the King of Swords a challenge? Okay, it's with the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is this additional reunion card. So some of you are definitely, I'm sort of laughing, sort of separate from this King of Swords, okay, definitely. And maybe there's a little bit of missing them. For others of you, there's a blind spot going on here. And it's this blind spot that's creating this issue, this Five of Pentacles. Because it's really, really clear the solution's there. The solution is always to be in the truth, by the way. And I know that's a really hard thing to say, and it's easier said than done. But the truth sets us free. And I think for some Pisces, there's people not being totally honest about what's going on for them in their lives here. And that's where the King of Swords would be the challenge, because in his shadow side, the King of Swords really holds back his emotions. He's not very emotionally expressive because it's with the Six of Cups, okay? Which means it's keeping this huge gap between you and someone else. But the fact the Wheel is showing up here would seem to me there's some sort of serendipity going on. And again, you're not in control of it, and neither is the other person, because it's a major arcana. Which means the working's going on behind the scenes. I'll clarify, what's the Wheel of Fortune about in the relationship sector, please? It's with the Ten of Cups. Oh my, Pisces, what's going on here? So the Ten of Cups is about the rainbow after the storm. It's not a cliche. After a storm, the air clears, we get freshness, we get a rainbow. So it's obviously very, very clear, Pisces, that there's been some... there's almost been a separation between you and someone else here. And it's those 10 wands, which could be anything. And this is you getting to the other side of the story. And the Ace of Cups is a central issue, which is the Eye of the Divine, mind and the heart moving into one. This is also the same card as the Wheel of Fortune because of the planetary serendipity, hands of destiny energy. Oh my, I really want to be a Pisces this week. And your outcome is the Lover's card. So the Lover's card, again, is a card of Gemini. It's the card of relationships. It's the card about what and who do you love. But it's also about what we love. Following your passion, following your heart. It's part of the Fool's journey, and the Fool meets a fork in the road. And the fork in the road is always the same fork. Shall I go down the same old pathway, or do I follow my heart? In the Fool's journey, he follows his heart, and he immediately becomes enlightened because he stepped away from the beaten path, and he's gone down the road less travelled. basically, which is a little bit much about the energy for you, Pisces. I want another card for you. Boy, what's going on? There's an awful lot of emotional happiness here. And then you get the Three of Cups, which is of joy, celebration. These people fly, and they fly because they've released what's been holding them down, what's been holding them back, which is always a release of these burdens, which is always about stepping into authenticity, truthfulness. That is really, really when our life begins to change, is when we turn up for it in a very, very different level. And a lot of people don't like moving into the solution, because sometimes we have to admit sometimes we were wrong. We have to risk vulnerability. But that is when our life begins to shift. That's when the rainbow comes after the storm, when the wheel begins to turn and the Ace of Cups begins to show up. These are blessed energies, and blessed energies we earn, and we earn them by sometimes doing the difficult things, sometimes by going to places we don't want to go, which is always about vulnerability, which is always about boundaries. And that is when we begin to earn this blessed energy, which seems to be very much coming your way. The challenge is something to do with communication here. Communication with this king, some sort of confrontation with feelings, some sort of confrontation with sharing and expressing your feelings. And I'm going to ask what your greatest struggle is. Yeah, told you, the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is very much like this 5 and this 10. It's about holding back feelings, okay? Now, how I describe things is all the rivers want to flow to the sea. And what happens is we put barricades up against this flow of energy. That's what the Nine of Wands is, and the 5 and the 10. I think for some Pisces, this is coming down this week, and your heart is completely sort of opening up to this new reality and this new life. And it's very, very much about emotional lightness, being very light in your own beingness, and literally beautiful. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy, because it's never easy to drop our guard, because our guards go up to protect ourselves, to protect our vulnerability. And sometimes the 5 of Pentacles as the gift is about allowing yourself to be vulnerable, allowing yourself to be honest. Sometimes it's about admitting our faults. The universe loves it when we are humble, but boy, will the reward be absolutely outstanding, Pisces, for you. Absolutely beautiful reading. I think you must have got the reading of the whole week so far. Enjoy every single bit of it. You know, that milk and honey, so we drink of the milk and honey, and that's what gives us the ability to move forward in our lives, to meet the next set of obstacles with more grace and more heart, basically. Okay, Pisces, I wish you all the best this week. I don't think you're going to need it, but I do wish you all the best. Loads of love. Bye.